Let's move to that location. How did this happen? What up,
What a
Los?
disaster. Yo,
Man, you
what
know
up,
what
bro?
it is, man. You know what it is, man. This game is on in the background. I'm about to just so I won't be so nervous. I'm about to try and do a couple of Arc Raider things. This Will Smith series just came out. It's called Pole to Pole. Will Smith. What a terrible
You know what
fucking
I have to
name.
say about Will Smith, bro?
Juan, the series is called Pole to Pole. That you
Fuck Will
pause,
Smith.
right? Hold on, pause. You can't have a gayer title than Pole to Pole. Right? Like, what was he thinking? Does he have no one on the team that is the expert on these nuts?
Yeah.
But like, come on, man. It's already been rumored. Number one, his wife had sex with his son's friend.
Yep.
And then he defended that bitch.
Yep. He
He
did.
should have been like,
Just as Mal would have done Donna.
yeah, but Mal is a contradiction because he also did knock her out. He also did backhand her across that table, and then she called the cops on him, and we had to get him out of jail.
That was a once-off, though, man. That never happened again, and only then the abuse only increased.
I talked to him about that, Juan. He checked out completely after that. He was like, I never showed any regard for her again, either in public or private, and she knew why.
That is a blatant lie, and talking to Malik about it is your first mistake.
I know, but I was over the house when he was treating her like shit for no reason, and she was trying to get in his good graces. She was like, "Hey, Bruce, how's it going?" I was like, "Hey, Donna, what's up?" She was like, he was like, "Malik, are you ready for dinner?" He was like, "No, I'm not." He was like, "When I'm ready for dinner, I'll let you know." He was like, "Me and Bruce are talking," and she was like, "Oh, okay," and she walked out of the room. He punished her public, man.
That's probably because you may have told him that she tried to suck your dick.
No, at that point I had already told him, and she tried to suck my dick
That's
twice.
why. That's exactly why you were in that situation where he was being extremely defensive because he didn't want her anywhere near you. That's an appropriate response. All of my visits was blatant disrespect, bro. All of it. She would come in.
That she was disrespecting him.
Yes, absolutely. She would come into the room. It's freezing outside. She would come into she's sleeping in her bedroom, and then she says, "It's hot in here. Open the fucking window." She would open the window. She would open the window right next to the computer in a different room, right next to the computer. And I'm like, "Mal, it's cold as fucking here. What the hell is going on here?" And then he's like, "Oh," and he just completely dismissed it. I'm like, "I'm out of here. It's too fucking cold in here." That's how ridiculous it was. So no, I mean, not even the dog respected Malik. This is how he would be pissed on it. It was so bad, dude. Where we were just joking about it, like not even the dog respects this guy. It was terrible. And whatever else he's telling you is bullshit. I'm telling you from what I've seen regularly, because I used to go there every week. Minimum.
Yeah. That's terrible. At the same time, man, look, Los. Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. So Mirwan's older brother, his name is Malik. His wife, she's passed away. God rest her soul. She was a troubled woman. She everybody has challenges in life, and she had some very particular ones. She tried to suck my dick. One time, all the guys had left. We spent the night over there. All the guys had left. I woke up. I was by myself. She was like, "Hey, Bruce, there's some breakfast in here for you." I was like, "Huh?" I was tired as hell. I woke up. There's some breakfast in here for you. And she walked in the room and closed the door behind her. She was like, you want me to suck your dick? I remember, bro. I remember. I pulled the blankets up over my chest, even though I was fully clothed. I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god, I'm about to be raped. No. I was like, no, I didn't send her nobody. No, I didn't send her nobody. So I was absolutely confused. No, I was confused. I was like, no, I'm okay. I thought it was a joke, right? I thought it was a joke. Well, then I started to think through things, and I started to try and figure out. Number one, if I went to Malik and said, "Hey, your wife just offered me this game," he would have been mad at me, unless he sent her. No, unless he sent her to give me some head. And if he did, I'm not down with that either. Some folks are down with that kind of thing. That's Tone Juan. That's Tone's thing. You know, Los. That's Tone's thing. Tone try and bring you in and bust his baby mama down. He'll be like, "Hey, Los, you want to bust Delina down with me?" Like it's a co-op video game or something, right? Like, but hey, let's get a high score. Let's get a high score. But I immediately went to trying to figure out what the hell just happened, right? And what the hell just happened was, no, that's Tone's business. This is why he was so interested when I was saying this chick that I've been dating asked me what I would do if she moved into a sex party and a lesbian asked her to eat her out. She was like, "Would you be okay with that?" And I was like, I mean, if you're okay with it. She was like, what if she busted out with a 12-inch dildo and tried to fuck me with it? I was like, well, that would be a problem. I was like, those walls don't come back, right? I was like, once the walls of Rome have been destroyed, I was like, I told her, I was like, one of the reasons I'm dating you is because you got walls and you got some really good pussy, right? I was like, and you're retarded, and I understand why. She has ADD and she's on the spectrum. She loves anime, got a big old fat ass. She's retarded, and is poverty stricken. She's just impoverished. It's absolutely hilarious. I was like, one of the reasons I'm dating you is you got walls. I was like, once the walls have been knocked down, there's no coming back.
The war is over. The war is lost.
The war is lost. I told her, I was like, if your vagine was like the sleeve of a wizard, I would be done.